You're watching the 2024 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Yash Technologies.
Hello from Minor League Cricket here at the right field. It's David Sentence commentating with Argon, who did a great job yesterday. The match today will be Los Angeles Lashings, who lost a very close one yesterday, and the East Bay Blazers, who have been having a good tournament. And Arjan, what do you think so far with the Blazers versus the Lashings? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, thank you, David, and good morning to all our viewers here today at a very sunny Woodley Park here in Southern California. We bring to you the Los Angeles Lashings versus the East Bay Blazers, who have won the toss and chosen to bowl first. Both teams coming off losses yesterday. The East Bay Blazers being thrashed by the Seattle Thunderbolts after getting all out for a mere 99 runs, while the Los Angeles Lashings suffering a close loss to the Silicon Valley Strikers in a last over finish last evening. It's going to be an exciting game. Both teams looking to boost their morals after what has been a tough day yesterday. And it'll be interesting to see how things pan out today. The Blazers, of course, looking to not repeat the dose in terms of their batting performance, have chosen to bowl first this time around. And just as we say that, the openers in Harkaran Gujral and Kali Charan for the Los Angeles Lashings will be facing off against spin of Sujit Gowda.
And they like to call Kirsten Kelly. He's had some good innings, opening innings, and he'll be facing.
Yeah, very technical player is Kali Charan. Looks to present the straight face of the bat. Likes the ball coming onto his hips, and not the tallest guy on the field, so likes to pull it. We have a deep square outside.
That's great. And then, of course, Sujit Gowda, the opening bowler, pushed out to...
Driven past for a single, and they're off the mark are the Lashings.
Yep.
Harkaran Gujral, of course, coming off a very disappointing innings yesterday. Got out first ball of the innings. Here he is, on a pair.
The weather here today is actually fairly blustery wind. We're due for rain tomorrow, amazingly. So it's a lot of strong cloud cover and a bit of moisture in the air. So probably more movement coming off the pitch today than in previous games. So we'll be looking for that. So the Blazers chose to...
Tossed up and driven through the covers. Gujral gets off the mark, and the first boundary here for the Los Angeles Lashings. Beautiful shot, caresses that ball through that gap between mid-off and covers. And the Lashings are off and away.
I think both teams have got stronger as the tournaments proceeded. I mean, they're more the match practice is showing, I think.
The Lashings still in search for their first victory, as we see Gowda just floated that one up.
He can do that with this crosswind. You know, that's going to help him. Going to help the spin bowlers a bit.
Yeah, Gowda still hasn't found his length here. Has sprayed one down the leg side and now one across off. We'll be looking to skid it onto the stumps. Yeah, that's more where he wants to be.
Straight back to the bowler. It's good reaction time. Very quick. So Los Angeles Lashings now at 7 for no wicket.
Shot and cut away. Good effort by that point fielder.
It's a good run rate for them. 10 and over. So it's a good start.
It's an interesting tactic, this, from the East Bay Blazers. They have a couple of very quick bowlers in their ranks in Rushil Ugarkar and Karmi Leroux as we end the first over. The Lashings are 7 for no loss.
So they're bringing in, putting the fast bowlers on the shelf for today, maximising the wind conditions here, which is the strongest wind we've had in the tournament.
Yeah, perhaps with Gowda starting in, they're looking for a bit of drift that the spinner might get with the new ball.
Yeah.
Try to skid it on into the wicket and perhaps get it through the defences.
Yeah, so I think we'd expect to see the spinners push it up now. What do you know about Karmi here, number 83?
Yeah, here comes Karmi Leroux from the other end.
South African, presumably? Yeah.
Tall South African. Really likes to bang it in, and after a good couple of seasons at the major league level playing for the SF Unicorns, he really has got his tail up. Has been a bit inconsistent at times with his lines and lengths.
Okay.
And yesterday, of course, the Bay Blazers were in pressure and wasn't really able to channel in on a spot on the pitch. It's a new day, it's a fresh start, and Karmi will be looking to make amends as he bowls to Kali Charan.
So, quick and a spinner. And they chose, the Blazers have chosen to open with here.
Don't be surprised if he goes short first up. There's Karmi Leroux to Kali Charan. Which is this up.
That was kind of sighter ball, really. It was just slower, just chesting for his length, I think, more than anything else with that particular delivery.
Yeah, as is important so much in this power play.
Yeah.
To not let the other side take away the momentum.
The best power play I've seen so far was 60 runs. Most of them have been in the 30-run range.
Pitch stop driven again. Perhaps a tad fuller than he wants to be, Karmi.
Yeah, he just seems to be feeling his length at the moment. Which part of South Africa? Transvaal, perhaps, with Leroux? Yeah.
31 years of age as Karmi. We're looking to bring in some of that experience. The tall bowler bowling to a not so tall batsman. We're looking to extract some bounce off the surface. Yeah, there it is, onto his hips.
A lot of the South African players have a bit of a rugby background as well, and so they're usually pretty fit and big. Rugby training is pretty intense. And their winter game, in the summer, of course, in Transvaal and those places, it's February and March, rather like India, I think. Southern Hemisphere.
And Karmi, of course, has learned from his experiences in the major league, playing with quicks like Haris Rauf.
Right.
A lot of experience coming in here. Pitch stop, and that's
Lovely
a glorious lift over the infield into space and trickles away to the fence. What a glorious shot that is from Gujral.
So Gujral asserting himself against Leroux. Score moves on to 12. No wicket. And as you can see, where that ball goes up in the air, the cloud is out there in spades, ready to rain tomorrow, apparently. So we got lucky with the tournament. Started off in the 90s. We're now down to 70s today.
That's toss up and, oh, just away, it's mid-on.
Just got over the fielder there.
Mid-on was backtracking. Gujral didn't get a piece of that. Was just checked his shot in the end. Wasn't the length he was looking for. Almost led to his downfall.
So Gujral on 10 and Kalicharan on 2. Nicknamed Kali. And LaRue on the last ball of the over.
Right then.
7 off this over.
Karmi's pitched up a couple of these. Won't be surprised if this is short and into his body now. It is short and tucks it away over the keeper. Clever batting. Gujral perhaps anticipated that as well. Just got inside the line of the ball, and a bat is all you need. Just got it over the keeper, and fine over comes to the end. Just look at that, onto his helmet. Perhaps not the best directed short ball. And just
score now 18 for none. As Lashings here putting on a good power play. So both these teams lost their games yesterday, so they'll be looking to get a win here.
And the Lashings have started off well in that pursuit, putting Karmi LaRue, one of the main quicks, under pressure. So that was it for spin initially in the power play, as we see the introduction of some right-handed pace here from Rushal Ogarkar. Rushal Ogarkar too can reach the 140 mark consistently. It's a skiddy short pacer who has had some experience with the major league as well, with MI New York. Will be coming in with a lot of confidence. Again, one of those pacers who didn't find his line and length yesterday. Will be looking to make amends here, as deep square is the only man out on the boundary, and so is third man.
Lyle wide there. That was one of the problems in the earlier games. The wides and extras were in the 20s, 30s. They did, San Diego Surf Riders managed to bring them down to the single digits. So that area of the game can make a big difference.
It definitely is an issue, especially with the new balls. Perhaps it's the swing, it's the wind. But you expect that at this level, with the practices these guys do, that they want to be bowling a few balls in the warm-ups to avoid the initial loosener in their spells.
Pushed out the leg side there. A little bit of adjustment here. What do you know about Ugaka?
He's a short, skiddy pacer. He likes to also bowl it short at times. I guess the length here is to just keep it back of a good length.
Right.
They've erred on either side of Karmi and Rushal up until now. Yeah, see, over pitched again.
Straight to the fielder, fortunately. So Ugaka's played Major League with which teams? Can you remember?
With MI New York.
MI New York, okay. So he's come to the West Coast then. Where MI New York, where do they play? Is it Morristown? With the
both Morrisville and in Dallas.
And Dallas. So he's trying a new pitch right here.
Right, then shot and slashed away from Kalicharan. A shot in anger, it seemed. Was getting frustrated with those full balls, wasn't able to get it away. But Ogarkar feeds one right in the slot, and Kalicharan has a whack across the line.
Namesake Calvin Kalicharan would be very happy with that shot. He's been here quite a few times over the years, you know, for various banquets and so on. Well respected. It's good to see his namesake doing well today.
Yeah, Ogarkar still searching for his length. The East Bay Blazers haven't been on the money up until now. This game can quickly slip away.
Yeah.
Right, then no change in field. What does Ogarkar got up his sleeve now? Pitched up and Kalicharan goes bang! Didn't get all of it. But it was fed up right in the slot again from Ogarkar.
Pushed out to mid-wicket there. Gujral on 14 and Kalicharan on 7 now. Score 24 for 0. 6 off the over so far. Run rate 9. 2.4 overs, so halfway through the power play here.
Yeah, Gujral's found the middle of his bat a couple of times. This shot and Tries to heave across the line. There's a huge appeal.
Great piece of wicket
And
keeping.
it's given.
Great piece of wicket keeping that.
An excellent catch behind the stumps as Ugarkar strikes. We talked about how he was being a bit too full. Picks his length a bit backwards and just cramps up Gujral for room. Caught an inside edge perhaps onto that, and that's always tough to take behind the stumps. So the plays a strike.
Bit of good goalkeeping right there. Lovely shot, lovely piece of wicket.
Beautiful catch by Aditya Ganesh behind the wickets.
Classic use of gloves. He picked up a very low ball, moving to his right.
And the Lashings lose their first wicket. Gujral, after playing good, beautiful shots, has to depart. Lashings at 24 for 1.
So an interesting power play. It's always disappointing to lose a wicket during the power play, but at least they got some good runs on the board.
Yeah, we were talking about how it was imperative for the Bay Blazers to make amends from yesterday, to make sure that the power play, they don't let the game slip away from them.
Right. And in this particular case, they seem to
And the first
be in the game. That's a great first over there for Ugarkar. Taking 1 for 6. Striking right there with the last ball of the over. So Harry Singh now is interesting story behind his number. That's his top score. Achieved in Delhi in a T20. 172 runs in a T20. That's not bad, is it?
Not bad.
So he's obviously looking to emulate that today. So we know this guy can get some runs. He's a local, lives here locally, and we're looking to make his mark here at Woodley for everybody to see. So we know he can score some runs based on that number.
He'll be looking to make sure this is not his jersey number after this game.
Yes. He played for the Delhi team in this CPL, I think, at that point. Premier League. He said it was a first division game as well.
Right, then Ugarkar with his tail up now finally has found his length and has been rewarded for that. What can he offer to Harpreet Singh first up? So a shot into his body. He was looking for that ramp like Gujral was last over. A successful over for Ugarkar comes to an end. 3 overs gone and the Lashings are 24 for 1.
As they say in baseball, a blowback pitch. So an excellent over, and number 3 Harry now in. He's taken a couple of years off from cricket and is just coming back into it. So I'm sure this tournament will help him improve his feel for the game again. Got it. So Kalacharan surveying the field there, facing LaRue, South African.
Right, then Karmi pitches this up, cramps him for room. Skali Charan.
So our bowlers right now both have major league experience. One from New York. Where's LaRue paid with the?
For the SF Unicorns.
For the Unicorns.
And both of them can touch 140 clicks.
Yeah, that's
if it comes
good.
up to them.
So excellent fast bowlers and adding their strength here for the minor leagues.
He sustained a bad injury in the major league, did LaRue, but he's come back strong. Goes high, goes above the head. Keeper doesn't collect it cleanly. And perhaps there's a word to say to Kali Charan about that.
Lashings colours quite distinctive, sort of reflecting the LA Lakers basketball uniforms, the purple and the blue and the yellow. And it shows you how these franchises sort of bleed into each other in local areas, trying to build local loyalty. And the Lashings are doing a very good job of that. You can see their banners all around the ground, the Los Angeles Cricket. And score now 24 for 1. Still Kalachran facing with LaRue, South African, coming in.
Shot and into his helmet.
That went off the
This will
grill.
require the medics to take a look. LaRue is firing some heat here onto Kalicharan.
If that was in the cap days, that would have been some teeth knocked out, I think. But I think it hit him on the grill.
Gee, that's nasty. That's nasty bowling from LaRue.
Asserting himself like any fast bowler will.
He's not going to go down without a fight. LaRue with his tail up now.
Slams
Ugarkar with
it
a
in.
bouncer as
Sure.
well.
Yeah, that went up. He really got a lot of lift out of that ball. It's tough shot the hook against the fast bowler.
And even tougher with the deep square out outside. It's going to be a risky
you can get
pick.
that easy catch, can't you, with a miss hit or something along those lines.
Right, then how does Kalicharan respond to this? Back of a length, and this is where LaRue wants to be. He's enjoying this, is Carmi. The Beyblazers suddenly have their tails up.
So got 4 dot balls here by LaRue, so he's really beginning to assert himself in this game with his fast bowling here. And he's looking quite aggressive with his deliveries. Bowling short of a length, right into the face of the batsman.
He senses Kalicharan might want to come down. Comes down the track, goes for it, gets nothing on it.
And it's a catch, right?
And unfortunately doesn't carry to any of the fielders. Was really a nothing shot, got no connection whatsoever. And it just lands between the fielder at mid-on.
Another dot ball, 5 in a row. That's
Right
the
on
currency
cue,
in
wanted
this
to come
T20.
down the track, make a length out of that ball.
Yep.
LaRue's up to the task, turning out to be an interesting battle here.
He's beating him for pace at the moment. And this is probably as fast a bowling as he's faced in the tournament.
That's an excellent, excellent end from Carmi LaRue. A maiden over in the power play. 4 overs gone, the Lashings at 24 for 1.
That's the only second maiden over I've seen. We saw one earlier. So Harry there, number 172, his highest score. While we're at it, just get to know some of the team as well. Harkrant Gujral is a wild card. Niraj Goel, domestic wild card. Today also playing Muhammad Akmal Hazjada, under 19. Elmore will be playing again, Elmore Hutchinson. Harpreet Singh, Rubal Raina, who bowled very well yesterday. Ayan Desai, who's a fast bowler out of Hollywood and also just made the US team. Cody Chetty had an excellent innings yesterday, 50. And then Abhinur Rayap, the domestic, and also played for the US and also captain. Kirsten Kalacharan, who we're seeing right now, the free agent. And Suraj Kumar. Those are the players today for Lashings.
Right
Score
then.
now 25 for 1. Harry on 1. And Kalacharan on 7.
You can sense that this is an important over, as
Yeah.
you mentioned, after the second maiden by Carmi LaRue in this tournament.
Right.
This is going to be an important over to back up for Ugarkar. Kalicharan is under pressure. His last 6 deliveries have been dot balls. We'll be looking to make amends here.
Yeah, the run rate's gone down to 6.0, and we're on 5th over here of the power play of 6. And as we all know, you can drop fielders back out of the 30-yard circle when the power play's off. So we've got one more ball, one more over with the power play on, and
All right,
only
then
2
it's going to be
fielders
more
allowed out.
body line stuff with mid-wicket and deep square outside on the boundary.
So both these major league bowlers are actually making an impression.
Right, then what does Kalicharan have? A shot and just tucked away, the smart thing to do.
Plays the speed of the ball. That's the bowler do the work.
A very square third man goes out for Harpreet Singh. Yeah, Ugarkar's found his length. You can sense that. He's not giving anything to work with to these batsmen.
Very true. There's 3 singles off the over so far, but that's exactly where the Blades would like it. Score now 27 for 1. Kalacharan on 8, Singh on 2. That's Harry Singh. Kirsten Kalacharan to face.
He's been slow off the blocks as Kalicharan. Really need to make the most of this power play. Give a shot and perhaps goes for a pull. Gets an under edge onto that. Was perhaps looking to heave it over for 6. Did not get the connection he wanted.
4 singles in a row. At least they're not dots.
Seems like a definite plan to go short to Kalicharan.
Yeah. And the run rate now at 6, which is very doable for any side chasing.
And then Gujral is really strong down the ground. It's his favored area. Goes for the shot. Gets an outside edge and moral victory for Ugarkar, but those don't count in the scoreboard anymore.
Streaky shot. Runs on the board. That's all that matters.
Yeah, third man is square and there's a short third in place as well. Beats the man on the 30-yard and just races away to the boundary. Lucky for the Lashings, but they'll take it any way it comes.
Score now 32 for 1. 1 over late. More for the power play to be off.
Pitches this up to Ugarkar. This is really good from the Lashings. Even when the boundary is not there, they're trying to take the singles from the infield. End of a productive over for the Los Angeles Lashings.
Yes,
5 overs gone. It's 33 for 1.
So Kalacharan then just dabbing the wicket there. The wickets have been very well maintained by the ground crew led by Rodney Cutting. Has kept this tournament on track for the last 4 days. They do a lot of heavy rolling around the grounds here, and the wickets have been playing very well. When you hear no complaints from the batsmen, you know the wickets are good.
You can see that with the good carry of the surface as well.
Yeah.
As we have a bowling change here in Paratkar coming in for Karmi Leroux. Interesting change though. Karmi had a really good last over. Perhaps keeping him from the death.
Yep, I would agree with that. Score now 33 for 1. Run rate moved up a little bit with that to 6.6.
Paratkar comes in with his left arm seam. Long off outside the circle. Makes room, does Harpreet, and gets an outside edge onto that over third man. His second boundary in that area. Harpreet looking to take the attack to Paratkar first up. Just slashes that away behind third. Perhaps wanted to go over extra.
So what do we know about the bowler, Paratkar?
Paratkar's impressive with his left arm seam. He's not as quick as Karmi and Rushil.
He's a domestic player. Any background on his teams that he's played for?
Yeah, he likes to maintain a consistent line and length. This Paratkar was the most impressive seamer yesterday against the Thunderbolts. Right, then clear signs of trying to attack Paratkar here.
So score now 38 for 1. Singh on 12, Kalacharan on 9.
Right, then long off comes inside the circle. Mid on goes to long on. Deep mid wicket in place. Kalisha needs to get a move on. It's last over of the power play. We're looking to be aggressive here. Jens Paratkar. Good cricket all around. This is good ball. Just Kalishan getting an edge in that. And then scamper away for a single.
The score now 39 for 1. End of the power play coming up.
Right then, Harpreet likes the ball full, likes to go down the ground. Is a favoured option. We'll be looking to go over mid-on perhaps with the field set in place. What has Paratkar got in response? Left alone. Score bowling from Paratkar. Don't want to feed into his arc. Harpreet Singh can be really dangerous in that zone. Has a clean swing of the bat, as we've seen on a couple of occasions here. Can be destructive when the ball is right up in his arc. Couple of deliveries left in this power play. Neither side would be too unhappy with where things are as they are right now.
It's what I'd call an average power play, kind of 40 for 1. That's been pretty much standard.
Shot and then placed beautifully by Harpreet Singh. He doesn't have the field for that one. That was short and wide. Harpreet Singh played the field beautifully there. Got it between point and third and helps himself to another boundary.
He liked that shot. So, Los Angeles 43 for 1. And Paratkar 2 boundaries off the over so far.
Yeah, Paratkar has not had a good welcome into this game. Harpreet Singh's played the field a couple of times here. Last ball of the power play, will be looking to go again. Pitch stop, went for the drive, and that's a good stop at covers. Saved a certain boundary. A good over this, a productive one for the Los Angeles Lashings. At the end of the power play, they're 44 for 1.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So Abhishek Paratkar, fairly experienced player actually, 29 matches, 95 runs, 37 wickets, so a good all-rounder. Just finished his over there after getting tagged a little bit. And we'll be looking to tighten things up next time around. Score now 44 for 1. Run rate at 7.33. So they did themselves some favors in that last over, did the Lashings. And now Kalicharan on 10 and Harry Singh on 17. The wind quite strong here in the booth now, so it's really picking up and should help the spin bowlers when they come on. And so Garaka 15 off his last over.
Right, then Paratkar with more protection now in the outfield into his third over. Pitches this up. Harpreet Singh perhaps goes for a length that wasn't really there. Tried to be expansive to go over long off.
He opened up his shoulders though, that was for sure. It's a loosener. So next time if he connects, it'll probably go some distance. Score now 44 for 1 with the power play off, so
Harpreet
Singh. Harry Singh.
Pitched up and nicely nudged away.
Nice little dab there for a single.
That's a misfield. Poor fielding that from the East Bay Blazers. Should have never been two.
Good piece of running there by Harry. He's not a light man and managed to scamper through.
Good match awareness there from the batters.
I'm sure this match fitness thing helps with all these tournaments. It'll certainly be helping Harry after his layoff. 2-year layoff apparently, but now fully committed to cricket again.
Galkar pitches this up. Harry goes for that expansive shot. A chance perhaps at the bowler's end.
So Harry looking to force the pace here a bit. Moves his run rate up to 7.2.
And he has to, in a
overs.
sense, when you're batting first, you never really know what's a good score here.
Right.
And with the resources up in their sleeve in the pavilion, they want to ensure that they're not leaving resources, leaving runs on the pitch when they come back.
That's for sure. We've seen the average winning score to be over 150, so that's always a good target, 150.
Shot and tucked away by Kali Charan.
We just had 1-200, I think, in the tournament. So a lot of 170s, you know, both 3 games have been won in the 176 range. So Kalicharan on 11 off 18 balls and Harry Singh on 20 off 13. So he's a hard hitter, but he's playing very intelligently, just dabbing the ball, going with the flow of the ball, building a nice innings here.
Oh, perhaps a slower ball. Harpreet Singh times this away beautifully. Won't get to the boundary. Could sense this was a slower ball, but misdirected from Rushal. And that brings the 50 up for the Los Angeles Lashings. It's come at a good clip here. We'll be looking to force the pace a bit more with the Lashings.
Good opening partnership for the Lashings, and although we've lost the wicket, that's a good start. He banged that one in short and nicely angled there by Singh.
You can see Rushal's not happy with that. Not happy with the continuous flow of singles and doubles in this over. 7 overs gone, the Lashings are 51 for 1.
So as we were saying, Kamal, the wind now has really picked up, and Santa Ana's coming in from the desert and this cool weather headed out to the ocean, and this is what we call fire weather in California, and there are 4 or 5 fires being fought up in the hills right now. As Kalicharan now on 11 and Harry Singh 24, really pushing the score along. As you mentioned in the last over, Garaka getting hit a little bit.
Vikas Mohan now comes into the attack. The sole wicket taker from the last game for the East Bay Blazers. Comes in with his right arm off spin. The spin was hard to get away on this pitch yesterday.
I think it'll be harder today with this strong crosswind. Usually doesn't pick up until early afternoon. Here we are at 12.
Strong
strong
breeze
wind.
blowing. Harpreet Singh would be looking to go with the spin.
Sun quite strong though. Score now 54 for 1. Kalachran 12 and Singh on 25. So Lashings pushing the score along very nicely. Run rate now of 7.2. 7.3 overs gone. And Mohan looking to slow the flood here, or staunch the flood.
Short and pulls away.
Brought to you by Yash Technologies and we also Admiral Foods. So thank you for our sponsors for sponsoring the broadcast here.
Right then, cut away. Good fielding by the cover fielder. Won't be able to stop the run though.
So back-to-back singles here off Mohan's over. 5 singles in a row. Wow. I guess that beats dot balls. Oh.
This is key
So
to playing those middle overs, just rotating the strike and punishing the bad ball if and when they arise. Should be a couple here. It's good fielding in the deep. End of a productive over for the Los Angeles Lashings.
56 for 1. Kalachran 14, Singh 26.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
All right, the score now on 57 for 1 as Kalachran adjusts his guard there. Harry Singh looking on, leaning on his bat. And Paradkar coming back on. As we've seen, he's a fairly experienced player with at least 40 games under his belt, minor league. Be looking to keep the runs down compared to his last over.
Yeah, Paradkar comes in, change of ends for him, this time with more protection in the outfield. Pitched up, Kalicharan's just happy to nudge this away, give Harpreet the strike. Perhaps a smart thing to do. He hasn't really found the middle of his bat as Kalicharan. Harpreet Singh, on the other hand, has been looked to be aggressive. He's found the gaps at regular intervals.
Yeah, Kalicharan's been playing around the clock a bit. He's doing a few Ranjit leg glances there. And trying to glean what he can from the bowling. Whereas Harry's quite capable of hitting it out the park. So another single. Lashings living by the single at the moment.
Right then, Paradkar comes around the wicket to Harpreet Singh, who holds out in the deep. That is a disappointing end to what was going to be a great innings from Harpreet Singh. Was looking to get a move on. Came down the track, Paradkar banged it in short. Got high on Harpreet Singh. And an easy catch at long on.
So the score now moves on to 58 for 2 as Harry comes in. I'm sure he'll rue the shot and wish he could have it over again. But a useful innings certainly moved the pace of the scoring along a little bit. And in comes Chetty in the yellow helmet, who had a 50 yesterday, so he also is a hard-hitting batsman and recently joined the team. So already making a good impression. What's your thoughts on that, Brian?
He'll be disappointed with Harpreet Singh. Perhaps not the gap that he would want to go for. He's been scoring a few runs between third man and point, and covers was open as well for him to go with that shot. But Paradkar smartly coming around the wicket to cut off that angle on the offside.
Yeah.
Good smart bowling. Saw him come down the track as well and adjusted his length.
Now that was a bowler's wicket, that's for sure. He thought Harry out on that one.
And in an effort to force the pace, another batsman has to depart.
Yeah, so the projected run rate now at probably around about 140 at this rate. 8.2 overs gone and 6.96 run rate.
The Lashings know all too well that they need somewhere around 160 odd to pose a challenge to the East Bay Blazers.
You're right there.
Here's Paratkar to Cody Chetty, coming off a 50. That's nicely tucked away. This is a feature of Cody Chetty's batting. He's always looking to be busy, not looking to get bogged down on a single end, and knows that when he comes, usually the field is out, so he's looking to play the field. A highlight of his innings yesterday as well. He's looking to find the gaps rather than use muscle to clear the boundary.
Very crisp hitter of the ball. Nice to watch. So yes, Paradkar's statistics. He's bowled in 12, 95 runs, 107 balls, and 10.5 average. So he's below his average at the moment.
I think Kalicharan's been here for a while. With the new batsman in, he has to be the one to set the pace here.
Indeed. Nice little flick.
Tucked away. The onus is on him in this partnership as the more set batter. But Paratkar has been good. A good comeback after getting some tap in his first over.
Yeah, he's picked up quite a lot of wickets in his time on the minor league. He's 37, so probably push him up to 38. I'm loving this breeze, eh?
And as the wind blows across, the winds of change are perhaps blowing in this match as well.
Right. So Kalicharan back in the anchor role again, and Chetty will be looking to force this along. Kalicharan doing a good job as anchor. He's one of the openers, playing quite carefully and conservatively. Chetty will be hitting out.
Then the boundaries have dried up ever since the power play ended. Chetty likes this sort of push behind square. Fielder was well inside the boundary, so only fetches one.
Right.
End of a wicket taking over from Paratkar. The Lashings after 9 are 61 for 2.
All right, here we're back on here with Ram Saran, the new left-arm bowler. Anything you know about this?
Yeah, Christopher Ramsaran comes into the attack. He's one of those unusual left-arm spinners who likes to bowl over the wicket to the right-hander.
That's it. That is unusual. Yeah.
Usually you'd see these left-arm spinners either coming diagonally around the wicket or just trying to dart it inside the stumps, trying to get the LBW onto the right-hander.
Got it. Chetty facing is the hard hitter. Kalicharan anchoring pretty effectively since he opened the innings. And the score now at 61 for 2 with a change in bowling.
The boundaries have dried up for the past 3 overs.
Well, that looks like a wide from here, but
He is a Chinaman.
that was his Chinaman, huh? Yeah. Definitely pretty wide outside the off stump to start off his series. 9.1 overs, so projected run rate now is about 140. But that means nothing at this stage.
It's key then for the Lashings to ensure that the momentum is not stopped here. As he pitches this really full, does Ram Saran. Almost under Cody Chetty's bat.
With this crosswind, this lefty can do a lot of damage. I've used it myself on this field.
Couple of dots to start up for Ram Saran. Flights this up again nicely. Chetty's looking for 2 here. Should be able to get that comfortably.
So Chetty moves on to 4. Lashings 63 for 2. And the first runs off for Ram Saran, bowling very well, left-handed, left hand over. Finger spinner. He's getting some movement on that ball.
Not really spinning it into the right-hander as you would expect, just angling it across.
Right. Using angles more than spin, you would say.
Not allowing the batsman to get underneath it. This is flighted up, driven powerfully out to the sweeper. Can a boundary-less over up until now.
Consistent line and length in this over. Very good over. Just 3 off the over so far.
Only been 20 runs since the end of the power play. Been touching nearly 4 overs.
Yes, they've managed to keep the clampers on. And not much going to the boundary at the moment. It's really the bowling that's doing the damage.
Flighted up, Kalicharan goes for it. It's not gets an outside edge on that one. It's only gonna be a single. Good over, good start this from Ram Saran. We're at the halfway mark. The Lashings are 65 for 2.
So, 130 projected run rate. So Kirsten just adjusting his guard here with a new bowler, Esquander, coming on. Anything you know about him?
Yeah, Gowda started off well in his first over. He's a hard-hitting opening batsman for them, for the East Bay Blazers.
Right.
Scored 98 recently, but he has a job to do here with the ball.
Yes. So he's a good all-rounder then, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Perhaps the Bay Blazers also realizing that the spin has been hard to get away with.
Right, right.
No boundary or no aggressive shot of substance coming off of them. And with the field outside, it becomes ever so difficult. Kalicharan needs to pick his gap here. Short and tries to cut this away.
So Blazers a little bit on top at the moment with their bowling attacks. Gone to the slows now. Helped by a nice strong crosswind. Nice little flick there for a single. Been a while before we've had a boundary. Probably 5 overs now.
And
so that'll explain why the projected score is 130 and the run rate 6.39 at the moment.
This could slip away very quickly from the Lashings. They need to be a bit more proactive here. Even with the running, need to ensure to get a minimum of 6-7 runs every over from here on out.
I'd agree.
130 is not going to be enough on this surface.
No. And they know it. And I'm sure they'll try to make the adjustments. They've still got wickets in hand with 10 8 wickets to go with 10 overs.
Then Cody Chetty, realizing the initiative, goes across the line.
Going for overthrows, but decided not to. So another single. So the bowler's really doing a good job of just giving away singles instead of boundaries, which is putting the pressure on the Lashings batting a little bit.
With every ball here, Kalicharan faces increasing pressure. There is no room for an ankle roll right now in this innings, especially when you're batting first. Needs to force the pace here, needs to get a move on.
Right.
Faced 27 balls now for 19 runs. Chetty knows this too, and there's pressure on him as the partner at the other end. Comes down the track, tries to go for that, doesn't get all of it. Fielder from cover backtracks. Is lucky enough not to get to that ball, but you can see that they're recognizing the problem here, the Lashings. They have a batter who's stuck at the other end, and the batters around him are trying to force the pace.
Yeah, I had a chat with Chetty in the pavilion there, and he's very keen player, just delighted to be on the Lashings team.
Right, we'll try to go again. Comes down the track. Only gonna get a single for this one. But early signs here that the Lashings are looking to go big. Good over from Gowda comes to an end. 11 overs gone. The Lashings are 71 for 2.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
All right, as we're saying, Lashings 71 for 2. Coming into fade, right? Ramsaran, who had a very good last over. Again, getting that offside pitch, bang on a length. Very hard to get away. The best run rate so far as the Lashings concerned, 156 by Gujat, the opener. And Kirsten Kalacharan on 70 strike rate at the moment. Harpreet Singh was 136. So
Chetty tries to slog sweep this.
Almost falling over as he pushes that one to the leg side. Cody trying hard to move things along. He's on a strike rate of 72 at the moment.
Yeah, both these batsmen need to get a move on.
Yeah.
Partnership hasn't led to any boundaries as of now. You can see Chetty trying to be aggressive. Hasn't been the same from Kalicharan.
So the strike rate with these two players at about 70 at the moment. So they're under pressure, and hopefully they don't do anything rash in the process.
Tries to sweep,
Nice
the strong sweep in the gap. And that pierces the field there. Kalicharan, after a long and slow stay, tries to get a move on. Slaps that between mid-wicket and square leg and receives 4 for that one.
So this is Gowda's bowled the 12 runs off his 2 overs. LaRue, 2 overs he's got left, is 11 runs off his overs. Rashid Upakar, 3 overs done, and just taking a wicket. And Abhishek taking a wicket as well. Abhishek 1 for 15. Vikesh 0 for 6, and Christopher Ramsan 0 for 9 at the moment. So good tidy bowling here by the Blazers.
Right, then tossed up, goes for it. Long off should cut this off.
So Cody Chetty now moves on to 9. And Kirsten Kalacharan on 24, beginning to pick up his pace a little bit. Much needed. Nice little 4 there. And
both batsmen batting at less than run a ball.
So Ramsaran, slightly more expensive second over here.
Right then.
Score 79 for 2. Again, right on the off stump.
Ramsaran knows they're going to go after him. Doesn't want to give it the length where they can just step it through the line. End of a good over for the Lashings. 12 overs gone. They're 80 for 2.
Taking away that sweep shot. So Cody there just clearing the wicket a little bit. Just be well rolled at the end of this innings. We're now into 12 overs gone. The score at 80 for 2. Run rate at 6.67.
The Bay Blazers know that this is the time for them to get a wicket, break this partnership.
Yeah,
And they've brought in their #1 pace bowler in Carmi LaRue for that exact purpose. 2 overs for 11 up until now for Carmi. Not going to save him up until the death bowling. They want a wicket now, and this is an aggressive move from the Bay Blazers.
Most of South African players come out of a very strong private school system around Johannesburg and Cape Town.
And it's a South African battle here in the middle as LaRue bowls to Cody Chetty.
And they travel well, I guess, the South Africans. They get around a bit. They're rather like New Zealanders in yachting. You find New Zealand crews all over the world. So score now 81 for 2. LaRue now back into the attack. Fast bowler. It's 150 clicks.
Right then. LaRue had the wood over Kalicharan earlier on in this game. Does Kalicharan have a response? Tries to go for a single, perhaps.
Just dodged each other. They almost had a big collision there in the middle.
Wasn't really a run. Kalicharan still went for that one. Lucky to make it safe in the end.
And LaRue bowling into the wind. It's a crosswind, so it'll help him with his bounce, but a little extra effort on his part to get the ball through. He's now 13 off his overs.
Right then, Cody Chetty will be looking to go over covers here. Tries to place it through the gap there to deep point.
Rotating the strike at least, but it's been hard to get boundaries off these bowlers. So tough bowling right now as far as the Lashings are concerned. Not giving much away. No extras that I can recall.
Slower ball that. Knows Kalicharan wants to get on with it. Carmi LaRue is up to that task. Again, not feeding him up that length, not letting him get under the ball and loft it over the infield. This is good defensive bowling from the East Bay Blazers.
So the Lashings being confined to their 6 box at the moment. Run rate of 6.63.
Comes down the track, does Cody play and miss? Carmi saw that early and pitched it short up to his helmet.
That was a nice shot there nice shot there by the camera crew, showing the other end, and gave us a good picture of how close Cody was to hitting that ball or edging it.
Right then, what does Cody do? Comes down the track again.
Nice cut to the boundary player.
Straight to the fielder. Another boundary less over. Pressures on the Lashings to make the move. 13 overs gone. They're 85 for 2.
future reference. There'll be other things to do.
Ramsaran comes into the attack here. Swept away last over. He's trying to just feed it wide, not give anything for them to slog sweep or hit down the ground. It's going to be short and wide. Let them take the single here.
Again, we were just talking in the break that something's got to give, and the pressure's on Lashings at the moment.
Again, short and wide. He's happy to let them cut and take the single here.
Yeah.
Is Ramsaran. Doesn't want to give a boundary away.
Yeah, they're bowling well within themselves at the moment, the Blazers. They're happy to just allow the 6 runs. They know they can chase that quite easily.
Right, then what does Cody Chetty do? Comes down the track and he's stumped. Beats him on the outside edge as Ramsaran. The Wakanda celebration comes out and Cody Chetty, in an effort to force the pace here, has perished. The East Bay Blazers strike again. The Lashings are 87 for 3.
As we said, something was about to give, and the cracks are showing here with Cody coming in. So 87 for 2. For 3 now.
Chetty, after a sparkling 50 yesterday, has to depart early. Wasn't really able to find the boundary. Ramsaran deceived him in the flight there. Bowled it wide outside off. And he hasn't spun it all day today. Just went on with the angle and good stuff behind the wickets. Chetty has to depart. Lashings, after 13.4 overs, are 87 for 3.
Neither of the players seems to have got a rhythm, and that's been the strength, I think, of the Blazers bowling, as they kept these batsmen on the back foot. And in comes Siraj. What's your take on Siraj with your
Yeah, Suraj Kumar, the wicketkeeper bat, comes in for the Lashings. Again, another short batsman that the Lashings have in their ranks.
Yes, so we're getting down to the tail now.
This is really Kalichar. The onus really is on Kalichar. Both the pressure and the responsibility is on him right now in this innings to make sure the Lashings get to a substantive score here. Ramsaran has been excellent with his lines and lengths. Had a certain plan here to ensure that they hit to the sweeper all over, and he's been rewarded with the wicket of Cody Chetty. Around 6 overs left here, and a new batsman at the crease. So reverse sweep first up from Suraj Kumar.
A gutsy shot for opening, just showing really they have the message. They know what they've got to do to.
The memo's been sent to him. Adventurous first up. Goes for it again. Gets nothing on it. Lucky that didn't just lob to the keeper. A very productive pressure making over from Ramsaran. 14 overs gone. It's 88 for 3.
So Siraj Kumar now just taking his guard into looking for a leg side guard there, and somewhat of an experienced player. He's played 4 matches, 54 runs, so he's been averaging about 10 or 11 or 15 actually a game. So let's see how we move here as the wicketkeeper comes into faces first ball. Right-handed batter, right, and he does bowl right arm medium as well. Score now 88 for 3. Kalicharan playing the anchor role, whether he likes it or not, is definitely up to scoring rate. And Kumar now facing, as Paradkar has been very effective coming in at the.
We talked about how the spinners are hard to get away with.
Yeah,
here's Paradkar now.
Coming in from the wrong end.
Pitched up, single.
So at the moment, the Blazers in control, I would say, Ajay.
The Blazers know the onus is on the Lashings to make
Yes.
anything in this total.
Yeah,
They're happy to give away the singles here.
right. We have had one boundary in the last 5 overs, so that's the story right now.
I believe it's been one boundary since the end of the power play, or maybe a couple. But that's about it. That tells you the story of the Lashings innings.
And Kirsten standing tall there, like the lighthouse in the storm.
Goes for it, does Kalicharan. Gets hold of that, but that's straight to the fielder.
I believe that's the first 6 of the innings. Yeah.
He's been caught as Kalicharan has to depart.
And out he goes.
30 deliveries for Kalicharan. Not much to show for it. Struggled all innings.
Kind of reminds me of those childhood days when you played 6 and out. You definitely got caught well on that one. So Bradcar picking up another valuable wicket.
Just could not make the pace at Kalicharan. Paratkar just pitched one up. Kalicharan just did not find the middle of his bat all day and holds out in the deep. Fielders are well inside as the Lashings are 89 for 4 now.
A
Fielders
gritty
well.
performance by Kalicharan. He wasn't comfortable out there, but he gleaned what runs he could. And in comes Elmore, who's a very hard hitter of the ball. Picked up some good runs yesterday when you're commentating, Ajay. And very capable of putting on a power display. So
This is excellent pressure building defensive bowling from the East Bay Blazers. Their fielders are not even on the boundary. They're a few steps in because they know Kalicharan hasn't been able to find the middle of the bat all day.
that, and I think a combination of wind, also keeping the ball in, going higher, has helped. And so from that point of view, Blazers will also be facing these conditions, although the wind does seem to calm down a bit at the moment. St Andrews are very blustery.
It was smart cricket from the Blazers up until now.
Excellent, yes, they played the containment very well.
Right then, Paratkar to Hutchinson, who comes off a powerful innings yesterday. Struck high on the pads. Suraj Kumar slips. This is a real run-out chance. Has a word with Hutchinson. Suraj Kumar is not happy. You can sense there is pressure on the Lashings there. Hutchinson wants the ball to be fed up to him. Doesn't like it short.
Absolutely. Likes that full pitch ball. Likes to meet it on the volley if he can.
Play and miss again. This is excellent stuff from Paratkar. He knows it very well, what he needs to do. He's bowling exactly to his plan.
Yeah, Bradcar bowled very effectively. Lashings now 89 for 4. Run rate is 6.07. We're in our 15th over, so this is where you need to accelerate, and Elmore's the man to do it. So we'll see what happens. This is the crux of the game right here, I think.
Apart from Harpreet, perhaps no batter has really able to make the pace in this Lashings innings. Especially outside the power play, they found it tough. Playing a string of dots here is Elmore.
Yep. So great reach, Elmore. Love to see him bowl too. Bradcar having an excellent over again. Just one off it. And a wicket.
With stop, Elmore goes for it, doesn't get
Miss-hit there.
the middle of the bat. End of an excellent over, just one from it from Paratkar. The Lashings going at less than run a ball now. 15 overs gone, 89 for 4.
Pressure early on.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So just chatting with Kami here from King Edwards in Johannesburg, semi-private school, he informs me. He's here on the boundary.
Right then, he's thrown his partner down the river as Suraj Kumar was never a single. Hutchinson was looking for a run that never was there. Vikas Mohan, quick off his own bowling, gets the ball, picks it up and throws it right onto the stumps. Hutchinson has to depart without scoring. The Lashings sink even further.
So
without adding a run, they've lost 2 wickets in quick succession. Elmore goes for a duck. The Lashings are 89 for 5.
Ian Desai, the incoming batsman, excellent fast bowler, just made it to the US team. He's still under 21, so he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders at the moment. And this is the sort of situation that makes you grow up fast in cricket. So let's see how Ian does. He's a Hollywood Cricket Club player, locally here, come up through the youth program. And it is going in as number 34. He's got a lot of pressure on him. Score now at 89 for 5. And Kumar on 2, so we've got 2 pretty raw players at the moment.
Yeah, there was miscommunication in the last over between Suraj Kumar and Elmore Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And this time it has cost them as Desai comes to the crease.
So Lashings really on the back foot here at the moment, but hopefully we pick it up in the last 4 overs. So Mohan, the bowler. What do you know about Mohan?
Vikas Mohan has been good. He's been bowling a tight line and length here. Happy to give up singles towards the leg side to the right-handers. But this will be a different challenge with Desai now. Looking to use a different part of the field. His left-handedness coming into play.
Domestic player.
Struggled to get going, did Desai yesterday. Against Mohan, perhaps he prefers the spin here. Flight it up, inviting the shot here from Mohan. Happy to buy a wicket, perhaps. Knows the pressure is on the Lashings to make a move. When losing wickets in quick succession here.
Yes, I love that term, buy a wicket. What do you mean by that?
Just tossing it up, slowing the pace, perhaps, inviting the false shot in a sense.
Right. Tempting.
Because he knows that a boundary perhaps doesn't hurt the Blazers as much as a wicket hurts the Lashings right now.
Right. And they've got wickets to play with, you know, the Blazers.
They just got the power hitter in Elmore Hutchinson. We're looking to go further down into the tail here. Will the Blazers? Tossed up again. Oh, just pushed at it, did Desai. Lucky it didn't carry to the cover fielder. You can sense he's happy to bowl darts to Suraj. He's willing to flight this up. Ball short here. To Desai, end of a very good over from Mohan. Just 3 from it, including the run out. 16 overs gone. The Lashings are 92 for 5.
So the run rate now has dropped down to 5.75. Vikash Mohan just bowls his 32 matches he's played in, 474 runs and taken 6 wickets. So he's more of a batsman than a bowler, and but having a good over there where he kept the runs down. His best bowling.
What's been really good from the Blazers is that their batting all-rounders have chipped in with a few crucial overs here in Sujit Kauda and Vikas Mohan.
Absolutely,
They've
and
got in
allowing
tight overs.
changes in either end and using the wind very effectively. So Blazers have played real smart cricket.
Here's Paratkar to finish off his spell. He's been really impressive as Paratkar has kept things tight, has not given them a length to get under, and has been rewarded with 2 wickets up until now. We're looking to end well here as we enter the death bowling phase of this innings.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Mohan is, you know, his best is 2 for 25. His average is 25. So you can see that last over was much better than his normal.
Tries to go for a semi-sweep. Perhaps was lining up for the scoop was Suraj Kumar. Ball wasn't there for him to take a look at that. A nothing shot really in the end. Makes no contact.
Paradkar's bowled extremely well in this innings. 2 dot balls here.
Right, then mid-wicket goes deep. Fine legs come inside the circle. Third man and sweeper out on the boundary. There's no long off. This is going to be short and into his body. It is short and into his body. Tries to come down the track. Doesn't get a hold of it, does Suraj Kumar. Time is running out for the Lashings here. They're well behind the rate they once were at.
Yeah, they're down now to 5.64, so dropping down out of the 6 box. .93 for 5. Kumar on 5 and Desai 3. Trying to build a partnership here at the bottom of the order.
Right, then only a singular boundary coming in the last 10 overs.
Yes, that's not going to do it for you in a T20.
Slew of dot balls in between as well. No sort of momentum in this innings from the Lashings. On this side tries to go big and holds out in the deep. Paratkar gets his third, and an impressive bowling display.
Feeling the pressure there as the clampers were on by the Blazers. So Desai trying to hit out and not quite getting a hold of it. And again, another boundary out. And as you're saying, a lot of the fielders inside the boundary picking up these shots, and probably shortened a little bit by the wind, the crosswind.
Things just get bad to worse from the Lashings. Desai looking to come down the track. Paratkar knows this, bangs it in short, and he's not the first batter to get out in this manner today.
No. It's been a monotonous regularity, unfortunately.
Lashings now sink further at 93 for 6.
So in comes captain. A lot of weight on his shoulders. Does a tremendous amount of work for his team, keeping the morale up and so on. So he'll be wanting to have a good innings here. And we'll be chatting with Kumar about how to go about it. Score 93 for 6, with a run rate now of 5.5. Even the Eagles like this weather. They're circling overhead on their thermals. This is a wildlife sanctuary as well, so we get to see the occasional coyote, lots of squirrels. Great
Right
bird
then.
life.
Paratkar coming around the wicket here.
And they get the single, which is so re-up quickly off the mark there. Paradkar, another very effective over. Picked up some good wickets in this innings. And Suraj now looking to push the score along.
Third comes inside the ring for Suraj Kumar. Tries to make pace here, but again a play and a miss. This
Yes.
is frustrating for the Lashings. 2 runs of this over, another good one for the East Bay Blazers. 17 overs gone, the Lashings are 94 for 6.
Blazers really dictating the play at the moment. Here we're back on now, 94-6 with the captain facing.
Short and tries to pull this away. Does Abhimanyu.
Finds the gap there. That'll be a single. Umpire crew today very effective. They really keep these games well in check.
Goes for the slog sweep.
That's high.
Suraj Kumar gets a top edge. Fielder settling underneath and takes a very safe catch. Vikas Bowen with that angle angling across the right-hander. Suraj Kumar perishes in pursuit. And the Lashings are collapsing here. Things are changing very quickly for them. They're 95 for 7 with 3 overs to go.
And Niraj, the incoming batsman.
Yeah, you can see there Suraj Kumar with that angle around the wicket, angling across the right-hander. Perhaps the shot wasn't on. Perhaps looking to go over extra cover would have been the better option. Either way, it's Suraj Kumar has to go. Another wicket falls.
Good opportunity for Niraj to earn the respect of his captain, one of the newer players on the side. Just chatting to him earlier today, and delightful personality. Hopefully easily distinguished by his red pads, so hopefully we get to see them running up and down quite a bit today. Make it an interesting game.
Right, then beats him for pace there, does Mohan. Been really impressive along with the rest of the East Bay Blazers spinners. They've
East Bay
kept
got a good crop of spinners.
shot and pulled away. You want to fetch a single. 15 deliveries to go here. The East Bay Blazers will be looking to constrict the Lashings somewhere around less than 115, around 120. The Lashings 130s, perhaps something respectable they can get to from here. Shot and pulled away.
Another high.
Long off, settles underneath. It's only going to be a single.
We've had a hard job keeping these balls on the ground too. I mean, most of the outs have been catches kind of in the deep, well inside the boundary.
Oh, the Lashings also haven't done is try to find the gap. As I say that, Karmi's gonna.
LaRue moving very fast, good athlete.
It's also the right man to have at long off.
Yes.
This towering structure. Another boundary-less over.
97 for 7. There's a run rate of 5.44. So the Lashings tail here, making a fight of it with Rapp on 3 and Goal on 3. Score 99 for 7. Should go over the 100 in this over. And Ugakar back on again. He's bowled extremely well for his 1 for 22. This will be his last over, of course.
Right, then 2 overs to go. Lashings would be looking to get at least another 20 runs from here. It's going to be tough with the Blazers putting on the brakes here. Shot and pulled away.
Lovely shot.
Not the middle of the bat,
But another single.
as has been the case. 100 up for the Los Angeles Lashings. 11 balls to go in this innings.
You can see the flags there waving in the wind on the boundary.
Pitch
Oh,
stop.
play and a miss there. Head up in the air. Just Goel trying to get some bat on the ball.
As the Lashings perhaps reflect on this innings, a couple of things for them to perhaps keep note of next time is, one is that they haven't really found the gaps in the field. They've tried to clear the fielder every time instead of finding those gaps.
Right.
And the other
Probably a
thing
bit
is
more risk play required.
they haven't really been crafty. A slower ball. Slower ball from Ugarkar. This is good bowling.
Excellent, intelligent bowler.
And the other thing is they haven't really pushed the singles here. They've considered this to be a game of either dot balls or boundaries. You can see they haven't really maneuvered the field as much as they would have liked.
Right.
A feature of what might have been their last innings against the Silicon Valley Strikers. Abhimanyu is looking to go big here. Shot, gets some glove on that one. And that's going to be a welcome boundary for the Los Angeles Lashings. They desperately needed that. Ugarkar with a misdirected bouncer with fine leg up, that's always a risk. And he pays the price for that one.
As you said, they like to slog. And steering the ball around the field could be in a counteractive.
Ugarkar's gonna put the pace here, and Abhimanyu goes big. Swivels across and doesn't even look at the ball. Knows he's got enough contact to clear the boundary. What a shot that is.
Captain's on fire here as he tries to bring his team into better contention for the...
Gee, shot and onto the middle of his bat. Look at that swivel. Doesn't even look at the ball.
Score now 111, full Nelson, 111 for 7. Riap on 14 and Goel on 3. Run rate's moved up to 5.89.
It's been a long time coming, but we finally hit the middle of that bat.
10 runs in the last 2 balls.
Slower from Ugarkar, gets his revenge. Goes back to his run-up. And a wicket taking over from Ugarkar. Will be disappointed to concede a couple of boundaries there. But slower and fuller, captain goes for the slog. Misses it completely. But he's done his job.
And
19 overs gone. The Lashings are 111 for 8.
And Ugarkar bowling very effectively in his session. So Akmal just coming in to replace Riap, and then comes Kami to finish off do the death over. The man from Transvaal. Plays some Major League cricket as well.
Right, then final over this of the Lashings innings. It's been a disappointing innings. After what was promising to be a good power play and a good effort from their top order.
Right.
But just not been able to get a move on.
LaRue's figure's very tight. This is 4th over. He's just had 17 runs off him in the previous 3.
Deserves a wicket, does Karmi. He's been bowling extremely well today. Challenged Kali Charan early on with that maiden over. And he's been on the money throughout. third, goes back, long off, comes to mid off. It's gonna be short and into Akmal's body here. Pitches this up.
Finally does
Not
get
the
his
middle of
bat
the
on
bat.
the ball there, and it's going to be stopped on the boundary. And there'll just be a single. So it's going 112 for 8 with the run rate at 5.7 and 3 balls to go. So LaRue really putting the clampers on in this final over. They kept him for it and doing the job he was asked.
Spinners have been good from the Blazers, and the Pacers are backing it up. Goes for the scoop, doesn't get.
Just drops in
Good
front of the
contact
fielder.
on
He
that
got
one.
lucky with that scoop. And that's
LaRue
really been the story, is that most of the hitting is landed just inside the boundary and quite a lot of it catchable. They went to the air of the Lashings, and if they had been able to stay on the ground, they would have probably scored more effectively. But it's always a question with the wind
Right, then
encouraging you to hit high.
Can they reach 120 here? 2 balls to go. Short and gets the edge on that. That was always the risk with fine leg inside the circle. Gets a 6, does Akmal.
Really caught a hold of that shorter ball.
With fine leg inside the circle, any sort of bat on that is gonna carry over with Carmi's space.
Not elegant, but effective. But
Welcome 6 for the Lashings. First one perhaps since the end of the power play.
Yes.
Last ball of the innings here from LaRue.
And they're going to run anyway, and they'll get a single on that. So this finish is 121 for 8. Lashings doing their best to bring it back, but the Blazers will only need 6 and over to 6.5 and over to win the game. So that's where we're at the break, and thank you for listening. We'll be back in about half an hour.
Welcome to the second innings here in the match between Los Angeles Lashings and the East Bay Blazers here at Woodley Park in Southern California. The East Bay Blazers, after electing to bowl first, restricted the Los Angeles Lashings to 121 after a stop-start innings. Weren't really able to get a move on for the Lashings at any point in their innings. Had no real rhythm or momentum throughout. This is going to be interesting as to how the East Bay Blazers openers and Sujit Kauda tackle the left-arm pace of Ayan Desai. It's coming off an impressive Major League performance. Right then, all ready for action here in the second innings. Ayan Desai to Sujit Kauda. Slip in play as well. And pitched up and driven down the ground. Kauda makes his intentions clear. The Blazers are blazed off to a good start here. Gee, that was pitched up right in the slot for Kauda. Just opened his arms and crunched that pass mid-off. Excellent shot first up from the trailblazing opener. Right then, intentions been made clear early in this game. The Blazers are coming off a disappointing performance. Got 99 all out last game. Again down the track. Kauda's looking aggressive here. Wants to get this over in a jiffy. You can understand where they're coming from, the Blazers. After getting 99 all out yesterday against the Thunderbolts, they'll be looking to ensure that they have a target in mind. They can set their plans in place. They can ensure and make small targets here. The key is to not get stuck down on one end, as often can happen with small totals. Here's Desai again. Beats the bat. Kauda looking for that expansive shot over mid-on this time. They have a slew of left armers, the Lashings, and they'll be unleashing all of them as we progress through this innings. The key from the batsman was they didn't really maneuver the field as much. Restricted by the good bowling the Blazers bowlers offered them with. Shot and pulled away! What a shot that is from Kauda. Latched onto that one and he's deposited that for a maximum. A 4 and a 6 to start this innings. The Blazers are off to some start here at Woodley Park. Gee, that was short. Just sat up for Kauda. Not much venom in that delivery. And he bounced on that in a jiffy. Right then, what does Desai do in response? Pitches it up and bowls Kauda. Kauda was looking to finish this off perhaps way too soon. Comes down the track, tries to flick this off his legs and onto the stumps. Desai gets the last laugh in this battle. Just tries to make room. Tried to play the shot a while back as well, but leads to his undoing. Kauda goes after a sparkling couple of boundaries. The East Bay Blazers are 10 for 1. It's all happening here at Woodley Park in the first over. Couple of boundaries from Gowda, 4 and a 6. And got bowled. Next ball. Desai to Mohan this time. Shot and just helps it on its way to third man. An eventful first over comes to the end from Desai. It's 11 for 1.
And back on the right field here at Woodley, and the Blazers will be chasing 111 and currently 11 for 1.
Right, then Akmal comes into the attack. One of the many left armers that the Lashings possess in their arsenal. Here he is with his left arm pace. Shot and tries to slash this away, does Mohan. Doesn't get any bad on that one. The key here for the Lashings is to ensure the game doesn't step away in the power play.
Yes. We were saying earlier, Gav, that the ground shots went in much display in the first innings, so that might be something to look for in this innings.
From the Blazers' point of view, it's important they put the pressure on early. Try to make a lot of the runs here in the power play. And make sure that the Lashings bowlers are under pressure.
Umpire there calling a wide. The extras have changed quite a bit. When the first games were played, one team had over 20 to 27. Last innings with the Lashings probably just 3, and so the extras have come down quite a bit as the games have proceeded here at Woodley.
Watch out for the slower ball that Akmal possesses as well. This one's quicker and
right on the stumps. That went nicely up. So he's varying his line and length a little bit. And 2 dot balls and a wide so far.
Akmal, of course, coming off an impressive outing yesterday against the Silicon Valley Strikers. Got tapped for a few boundaries, but came back strongly with a slower ball that deceived Anthony Bramble completely. Comes in with a nice, easy action. Pitched up and driven beautifully. That is a glorious shot from Mohan. Doesn't even run for that one. Knows that's only going to kiss the boundary.
A nice ground shot, which I think really will define this game.
Pitched up and flays his hands through the line of that ball. No one on the offside is going to stop that one.
Great off drive.
The Blazers are off to a blazing start. Few boundaries coming off the bat of their top order players. It's going to be interesting to see how Akmal responds. Watch out for that slower ball. Driven again, this time straight to the fielder.
The captain, Mr. Rapp himself. Definitely the man about town. So run rate 9.6 at the moment for the Blazers, well in command.
Right, then short and pulled away into the gap. That should race away to the boundary as well. Fuller ball on the offside was punched away. Shorter ball onto his hips have been pulled away. The East Bay Blazers are putting early pressure here onto the Lashings in what is a small total.
I do like the hip hip shot.
Nicely into the gap. Didn't go for an almighty hook shot. Did more and just knew he had to place that behind square. And the outfield is quick enough. Right then, long on goes back now. Deep square in play. Slower ball. Talking about that earlier in the over. Ends a productive over for the East Bay Blazers. 2 overs gone, they're 20 for 1.
So Ghani just adjusting his guard here.
Right then, Usman Ghani now on strike, the Afghanistani international. Here he is facing Ayan Desai. Stop and nicely tucked away.
Very compact stroker of the ball.
Usman Ghani looked aggressive yesterday. It's the only real East Bay Blazers batter to get any sort of momentum into his innings. Of course, all the experience playing at the highest level coming into play as well. Pitched up and beat, and perhaps umpire declares it's perhaps
Close,
a bit too high.
Seemed to be above the stumps, I would say. So Usman still looking to get off the mark here after facing 3 balls. And he's facing Ayan, who's one of the premier fast bowlers in the minor leagues at the moment. I'm sure Ayan would love to have a international scalp to his credit.
The Blazers are off to a good start here. We know how things can get slow after the power play. They'll want to ensure they can capitalize here. Shot and pulled away behind square. That should race away to the fence as well. The Lashings bowlers have strayed off line, and the Blazers batsmen have made them pay every time that's happened.
Ayan slamming in that one a little bit shorter, and Usman able to pick it up. Classic hook, just missed falling back onto his stumps there with that swivel.
Another batsman getting off the mark with a boundary here. Lashings need to tighten things up. Shot and hooked away. Not gonna carry to the fielder. Should settle back for 2.
Falls well inside the boundary there, as the power play is still on, of course.
Perhaps a tad late on that was Ghani. Could have made good connection. Empty space on the leg side for him to capitalize on.
2 outside players, got a deep mid wicket on the boundary. And
Need to stick to
deep mid
bowling a good line and length here. The Lashings bowlers. That's short and wide.
Yeah.
Desai perhaps falls in his run up.
Sorry, deep third man, not deep mid on. Ayan looks as though he's injured himself on that last delivery, and it doesn't look good. Hopefully he hasn't torn something. So there'll be a little bit of a delay here while we tend to the bowler. Actually, it's been a very injury-free tournament up till now, Ajay. So his first signal there, he just lands on that leg and trips over. It's amazing the amount of pressure that goes on that front leg when you're fast bowling like that. And you really see there's a good piece of photography to show it.
We saw a couple of muscle strains yesterday in the game between the strikers and Lashings.
Right.
Don't want any further injury.
That's why you need these squads, isn't it? To pick up the slack when needed.
Lashings know Desai is invaluable to them as an opening bowler.
Yeah, they relied a lot on him. So Usman Ghani now on 6, and we got Mohan on 9. as they begin to take control here. Iron there. Looks as though he's going to take a break. Bowled his heart out, literally.
See, those are not good signs for the Lashings.
And that was his first over as well, right?
They're defending a small total
No,
and they're
second over, 17. Oh,
defending a small total and they're early into their season. They don't want.
so who will be chosen to finish this over? They just got one ball to go. Oh, the captain, Abanu. He gets a free extra ball here, coming over the wicket.
Nicely tucked away.
Finishes off the over for.
End of the over. That's
Side.
3 overs gone. 26 for 1.
So that Abanu's over really was five balls by Ayan, and then he just completed the last one. So 6 off the over, and Abanu finishing with 1.
Right then, the introduction of spin early into this power play. Rubal Raina coming into the attack. The lone spinner in the last game against the Strikers was milked away quite easily. We'll be looking to make amends here.
Raina's had a very good series in this minor league. He's been very effective.
Tossed up and driven.
Nicely picked up there at mid-wicket. Abhimanyu, wrap right there. Checking on proceedings.
Like then long off on this fence. Long on comes inside the circle. Perhaps finding some spin there is Raina.
Showing some respect for that shot. Using this crosswind, that's been a big factor today.
That's nicely played away. Jade, that is poor fielding in the deep.
Cheeky second run there.
Should have never been 2. But good match awareness here by the Blazers batters. Knew the fielder was lazily onto that. They charged back for the second. It's good match awareness. Lashings have a small total to defend here. They need to make every run count.
Oh, lovely shot. Just launches that off his back foot. Knee on the ground while he's doing it. Timing was quite something. So Mahan showing his stuff quite early.
And shot and cut away. Long off Rogers to make amends here. Racing away to the boundary. And an excellent stop in the deep. Should race back for 3.
Excellent piece of fielding there by Vedant. Just cutting off the boundary. Good piece of running. Does a lot of work here in the out of USC.
And not the greatest delivery there.
Good job there by Vedant.
Not the greatest delivery from Raina here. Looks to finish off
man
this over.
facing now.
Beats the outside edge. Good over comes to an end. 4 overs gone. It's 31 for 1.
Right, here we're back again at 31 for 1. The Blazers hauling in the score. The run rate sort of been reduced a bit with the spin bowlers coming on, but here comes Elmore, one of the premier fast bowlers here in the United States. And
Yeah, Elmore Hutchinson, a disappointing outing with the bat today. Played a string of dots and then was sold down the river by his partner at the other end.
so he'll be looking to make up for that with this bowling spell, I'm sure. He should be well rested.
They'll need him at his best today, the Lashings. Here he comes.
A great take there by the wicketkeeper. Excellent take. He has to be fast to cover that ground for Elmore. So Usman Ghani from Pakistan international on
He's from
6.
Afghanistan.
Oh, Afghanistan, sorry. And then Mohan on 14. Yeah, I should have known with a name like that.
Down the leg side, that's poor bowling from the Lashings. They haven't hit their straps today. And that's 5 wides.
That's an expensive set of extras, unfortunately. In that case, Elmore chose to go around the wicket.
Bowled a wide from over the wicket, now one from around the stumps. Both have cost them 6 runs against Elmore's name without a legal delivery being bowled here. Then that's a Yorker. Brutal first delivery, but there's some self-inflicted pressure on Elmore anyway.
Right in the block hole, as they say. .85 needed off 15 overs. Run rate of 5.37. Elmore round.
Full toss and punched away down the ground from Usman Ghani. From Mohan, my apologies.
We'll have to put you in commentator's prison, you know. So East Bay Blazers 38 for 1, run rate 8.7. We're still in the power play.
Around the wicket from Elmore. Onto his pads. Ghani tucks it away nicely.
Abhimanyu picks up beautifully, throws in. Nice slide. So Mohan moving the score along quite nicely, 15 now, and Usman on 7.
Down the leg side again. Gee, this will not make the captain happy.
So another boundary there.
11 runs off the extras in this over. And this is poor bowling from the Lashings early on in their innings. This game is slipping away quickly. They don't mind that happening here, the Lashings. Again down the leg side, again past the keeper. It's the third set of 5 wides in this over. Hutchinson just hasn't found his line and length. And with both third and fine inside the circle, this always is racing towards the fence. 16 runs and none of them off the bat.
Yeah, the extras are definitely the difference in the game at the moment.
And if you thought this over was anywhere close to being finished, there's still 3 to go. On to his pads this time.
So good power play for the Blazers at the moment.
Hutchinson is not having a good day. Earlier with the run out, and now conceding 18 with 2 deliveries still left in his over.
Been a very rough outing for Elmore today. But he's been consistently excellent over the 7 years that I've watched him.
On to the pads. And again, a sloppy cricket. This shouldn't have been a run. Neither the bowler nor the keeper rushed towards the delivery. And that's 50 up for the East Bay Blazers in no time. Not even 5 overs yet, and they're cruising along in this innings. Final delivery left in Hutchinson's first over. Just gone for 19 already.
I think it's the most expensive over of the game, so definitely.
First ball that was not on the pads from Hutchinson. End of a painful over from him. 5 overs gone. It's 50 for 1.
And we're still in the power play. So Rayner now back on, looking to stem the flow of runs in this last over of the power play. Manages to skip past Rayner for a single.
Without taking any real risk, the East Bay Blazers are cruising along at 10 runs per over, which says more about the Lashings bowling than the Blazers batting up until this point. Into the pitch, just fended away.
Great orthodox defensive shot there by Usman. He's on 7 now, Mohan on 17.
Slog sweep and gets the whole of it. Does Usman Ghani. He loves that shot. Played it a few times yesterday and he's on his merry way again. Got full toll on that one and Slog swept that for 6. Just flighted and in his arc and went on one knee and clears that over mid-wicket. No one in the deep, and that's a very safe shot inside this first 6.
Excellent timing, huh? 57 for 1 now.
Rena's not happy with that. You can expect more darts coming now.
Usman now on 13 with that 6.
Expect this to be really quick. And he goes over covers. Doesn't get entire connection on that one. Should trickle away for a couple. And it's get 3 here. Not an impressive chase in the deep. Should have just been 2. The Lashings are not looking at their best today.
They may be tired after 4 days of cricket. It's a lot back to back when you don't do that on a regular basis. It's not like county cricket or Ranji cricket. And that's again the benefit of this minor league cricket is it increases the stamina of top players, you know, and that's why it's needed. They're going to play at the top level.
Shot and cut away. Straight to the fielder. End of another good over for the East Bay Blazers. They're halfway through in what they need to chase. 6 overs gone. That's 60 for 1.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Usman here showing his real class with the Afghani background now. Coming in and stopping that one dead. Nice piece of fielding there by the bowler. That's Abhimanyu. Great piece of fielding.
And then the captain bringing himself on.
Yep.
He's going to dot this. It's not going to give much flight. Short and just tucked away. They're doing the smart thing here, the East Bay Blazers. No unnecessary risks. They know they're cruising along, and the Lashings are helping their cause.
Absolutely. Elmore just lasting the one over, understandably.
Tossed up and he goes for it, does Mohan. Gets all of that. And that's a fantastic shot for 6. They're in a hurry, are the East Bay Blazers, and they're making their intent very, very clear to the Lashings. He tossed that up above the eye line, and Mohan's not going to hold back. Just that step hit length where you don't want to be to a batter. Want to either make them use their feet or make them use the crease in some manner, not feed them up a length. We talked about how the power play was crucial. It's been a really poor power play from the Lashings' point of view.
Yeah, they're at 67 now for 1, and Usman on 17.
And then they can just milk away the rest. Can the East Bay Blazers?
Usman playing very sensibly. He's finding the gaps in the field, keeping the ball low, and when it needs to be, pushes that one back. So Captain Abhimanyu trying his best to keep the run rate down.
Nicely tucked away again. Comfortably getting 8-9 runs per over are the East Bay Blazers. This is impressive after the last outing. 7 overs gone. It's 69 for 1.
So the Blazers' last outing, how was it?
You can see the difference it makes. Last outing, they were put into bat first, and they just went overly aggressive, weren't able to get a move on, and threw their wickets every time a batsman was set. And you can sense that they were trying to up the ante there, and were unsuccessful in that effort, getting all out on just 99 and suffering a 9-wicket defeat.
And here you got the opposite. They're playing very well within themselves, pushing around. And letting the Lashings do
and
all
that's
the
what
faults.
And that's what happens when you have a score to chase, when you know exactly how much is needed, how many risks you need to take.
And they can have a riskless innings here if they want. They don't have to push it.
Even today, the Lashings saw there was not really a plan in mind as to how many runs they should have made.
Right.
In that effort, they've chewed up a lot of deliveries in the middle overs.
Had a lot of dot balls, a lot of singles, and that was the strategy, I think, for the Blazers. They managed to keep the ball in play in the field, in a field. Just a little tap down, nothing aggressive, just playing with the flow.
No unnecessary risks needed from a Blazers point of view.
Yeah,
they're cruising along at this pace.
Rayner's happy. He's just got 1 off this over, but they've got plenty of runs to play with at the moment, the Blazers.
Nicely cut away.
The slips, which don't exist anymore in these T20 games, it seems. So just 2 off the over so far. Usman on 19 now facing, and then Mohan on 25. So a good little partnership developed here.
Usman
So
just
push out again, straight into gully.
8 overs gone. It's 71 for 1.
All right, in we come again.
And he goes bang! Does Usman gets the whole of that one. Abhimanyu gets the same treatment that Vikas offered him last over. Ghani goes big. And the East Bay Blazers care a lot more about their net run rate than the Lashings thought. It's gone big over long on
Great
into
piece
the
of
Wong
camera
field.
work there. Just following that ball all the way into the sycamores of California. You can see that autumn is in the air. The turning of the leaves.
Gee, it might be the start of fall, but it's all falling apart very quickly for the Lashings here.
Good with the puns there, my friend. Good with the puns.
Nice
Nice little push. So aggression followed by careful pushes here and there just to keep the ball rolling. Score up to 78 for 1. Mohan now moving on to 32 and Usman on to 19. So much better performance in the batting by the Blazers than yesterday. Based on what you're saying there, Ajay.
Vikas has been aggressive every opportunity he's got. Usman here looking to go as well. Gets hit high on the pads.
Abhimanyu looking quizzically at the umpire and nothing doing.
Just to appeal and hope more than anything. Just struck
Hit him on
high.
the pad, but outside. Good little replay there.
Tossed up. Oh, that's a missed stumping opportunity. Too quick for Suraj Kumar, the keeper, who's keeping without a helmet. And misses a crucial stumping opportunity there.
That would have been a very nice breakthrough for Lashings if it could have happened.
Extremely dangerous to keep without a helmet. Especially with what we've seen in the past. Sweeps this away, does Ghani, gets it behind square. Should be an easy couple of runs with a misfield in the deep. Lashings have not done a lot to help themselves today, both with bat and ball.
Vedant covering a lot of ground there out in the outfield.
Ghani looking to go big. Just moved around the crease a bit. Didn't get a lot of connection on that one.
There's number 172, Harry, throwing the ball in.
They want to get this done with to the Bay Blazers. 9 overs gone. It's 81 for 1.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
All right, the score on 81 for 1, just 41 runs needed now, or just a run rate of 3.7. So Blazers are playing well within themselves. They got wickets in the pavilion. Just a close call on a missed stumping just then, but at 81 for 1, they're in the driver's seat. Usman Ghani on 22 and Vishan Mohan 32.
And the spin has
25.
received some treatment here, so the pace is back on with Akmal in the attack. Shot and cut away. Beats the fielder at point. And Ghani joins the party that Vikas started. Slashes this away for 4. And more pressure now on the Lashings. They need to do some damage repair quickly.
So what do we know about Hajizada?
Under 19 talent.
Under 19 talent. That's great to see.
Has a
One of the
deceptive
upcoming.
slow delivery.
Yep.
Would be disappointed with that fielding effort yesterday in the deep, which costed
Oh, yeah.
the Lashings the game yesterday. Short and wide again. Ghani goes for it. This time gets a single to third.
At this stage in their learning, when you're 19, you try to rely entirely on pace, and I think the better fast bowlers over time get that slow ball to a point that's fully disguised. The Lomans and the Lockwoods, all those guys early on developed all of that change of pace stuff. Spofford.
And luckily has a very smooth, injury-free action.
Right. Technically, very efficient action.
As he comes around the wicket now. The deep square
Biomechanics is so
outside.
important in cricket. Really is. That's
Paced
why.
up, left alone, another extra.
Yeah, biomechanics allows you to stay in the game longer. If you bowl, technically correct, you put less pressure on your limbs. Local player. Another local Southern California product. Brought to us by Yash Industries, as you can see on his shirt as he comes into bowl now.
Tossed up
Straight back.
and driven beautifully in the gap between long off and covers. Gee, that didn't look like it reached the boundary, but timed so well and placed even better from Vikas Mohan. Helps himself to another boundary. And the Blazers are in a hurry here.
They're blazing for glory at the moment. Nice little replay there. Beautifully timed shot. Beating Vedant there, who's tried to chase it down. He's had to cover a lot of ground. A lot of ground in that shot. So Mohan now on 36 and Usman Ghani on 27. So a good solid partnership of about 50 here now. Just plays it
Nicely
back.
bowled
Just
that.
dead bat. Classic shot that you can learn from that, any up-and-coming cricketer.
And there have been enough loose deliveries on offer today from the Lashings for
Yes.
the Blazers to capitalize on. Haven't really had to go out of their way to manufacture a shot.
Right.
Just been fed up to them. From the
Whereas the
Lashings.
Lashings had to fight for every run they got. I mean, they were not. I think there were just 3 extras in the whole innings.
In the end, that's what makes the difference. There's only
Huge
30 more runs needed.
Yeah.
Swide straight
That's
down
a
the
wide.
leg side. Another extra.
So we definitely know for the Lashings coaches what needs to be worked on. These extras right now. We're probably up to about 12 or 13 out of the score of 92 for 1. Chasing about 120.
Yeah, and those 16 extras coming off that one Hutchinson over definitely demoralized
Yes.
the Lashings.
They're still trying to fight though, and that one's pushed right back.
Driven
Vedant's
nicely.
going to cover that. Covering a lot of ground there on the boundary. Quite a patrol.
See, that's a loose throw. Could have been 2.
So 11 off this over. This 19-year-old's over. He's now 21 off his 2 overs. Gets an extra ball for the wide.
Gee, if you ask the Blazers after yesterday's crushing defeat what they'd want, they'd say they don't just want to win, they want a big one. And boy, they're doing exactly what the doctor ordered.
It's about the run rate, right? When it comes to these final games.
Ghani looks to go big. Easy single there. Don't know what the confusion was.
So there's no mercy rule in cricket. So your run rate can probably govern your promotion to another game.
10 overs gone. It's 94 for 1. Right then, Harpreet Singh now comes into the attack. The last throw of the dice, perhaps.
And this is Harry here.
Flighted and goes for it, does Ghani. They're not messing around here, are the East Bay Blazers. They got heartbreak last night with that defeat, and they're looking to make amends, and how? First ball down the ground, if you don't mind. Welcome to the attack, Harpreet Singh. And that's 100 for the East Bay Blazers. Looks to go again, does Ghani. He gets an inside edge.
And if you wonder why these players are playing so well today, it's because they've been at Bobby's Food, who's been supplying 90 meals and 140 people turning up here at the grounds. So a lot of hungry players, and he's fed them all for the last 4 days. So thank you, Bobby, for all your fine food there.
Nicely tucked away. Could have been 2 there.
Could have been. So we've got to speak of the unsung heroes as well. Bobby's Foods, look for him on Yelp.
Right then, looks to go again. Spins away from both bowler and keeper.
Harry laughing there. It's good to see them enjoying the game. Harry's 172, as we talked about earlier, his top score in India. And
how he wished his team might have got that much today.
Yeah. Not many people get 172 in their lifetimes.
Just tucked away nicely. Another less than 20 runs needed now for the East Bay Blazers. This is a walk in the park as far as they are concerned.
Great shot just now at the Los Angeles banner, and the game going on in the background on the Wong field. Here comes Harry again.
Goes for it, does Vikas Mohan across the line.
And we finally get a breakthrough.
Harry Singh gets his wicket. Just short and into the pitch. Wasn't really the length to come down the track to. And in an effort to get this game over with, Vikas Mohan departs after an impressive knock. Just wasn't there. And
caught way out of the crease there.
And has been castled completely. Vikas Mohan departs after an impressive knock. He goes for 38. The East Bay Blazers, after 11 overs, are 103 for 2.
An excellent partnership, those two. Well over 50. And bringing the game home, frankly, for the Blazers. In comes Saideep. What do we know about Saideep, number 8?
Saideep is one of 2 brothers playing with the East Bay Blazers. The right-handed batter. His brother Aditya Ganesh, the wicket-keeper. Again, one of those touch players, really like to move the ball around, maneuver the ball through the field.
Okay. So he's a good wrist player then. He's very good, which is what we were missing a little bit with the Lashings. We didn't have enough wrist in the action, did we?
A lot of trying to clear the boundary, not enough trying to clear the infield and making full use of the gaps.
Yeah. Little equipment adjustment going on out there in the middle. Saideep is... how did he do in the last game you were commentating on with him? Did he...
Saideep Ganesh, he got a start again. Him and his brothers strung together a good partnership, but again failed to carry on when his team needed him the most.
Yeah.
Here he'll be looking to score the winning runs now. Just 19 more needed. The question is not about who's going to win, it's just about when they're going to win this.
11 overs gone, so I've got 9 overs left.
Neeraj Goyal comes into the attack, perhaps a bit too late.
Little hesitation there, but then they decide to go for it. Abhimanyu thinking, well, that could have been a chance. So Usman Ghani, the remaining batsman on 36 off 31 balls. Janesh Ganesh. Goel now, the new bowler.
And Neeraj Goyal, the only right armour in their ranks.
Right.
And flicked away from Saideep Ganesh, first up in the gap. And races away to the fence. This is exactly what they need, the East Bay Blazers. They don't want to delay this any further than it should be. And with less than 15 runs needed now, they're well on their way.
108 for 2. Run rate required very small. 14 needed.
Nicely
with
played
8.4
under the
overs
nose.
left. We just need under 2 and over to win this game.
We'll have to go back to the drawing board, the Lashings, after this game. It's been a disappointing effort all around. Perhaps that defeat last evening, a demoralizing one, and then to come back this morning strongly, perhaps asking a bit too much from a deflated Lashing side.
Right. A lovely take there by the wicket
And
keeper.
is that a catch? Umpire gives it. What a take from the wicket keeper.
Beautiful.
He's been poor behind the stumps with the extras, but he's taken a brilliant catch. Saideep Ganesh departs, and the Lashings are making a few breakthroughs as we reach towards the end of this game.
Pity didn't come earlier, but some good work by the wicket-keeper. Back-to-back wickets he's involved in. Here
Great stop there for the drive.
Lovely take, look at that. Beautiful. That almost reminded me of that Steve Turner catch in the US game against Pakistan. Just the same sort of reach. So Usman Ghani's still there on 37, and Ganesh, the out batsman, on 4. And just 8.2 needed with 8 overs to go. So Goel picks up a wicket. One of the first, I think. Are these the brothers, Abhishek and
One
brothers
brother
are
goes
together?
out and the other one comes in.
Are they left and right, or they
Left-handedness of Abhishek Ganesh now
Yeah.
into the 4.
I've known of cricketers to be taught to be left-handed. They weren't naturally left-handed, but their dads knew that that would more likely get him in a team somewhere. So score 108 for 3. As we take guard here, Paradka. Abhishek Paradka bowled very well today, I thought. Left-hander. Picked up 3 wickets, I believe.
Right then, Neeraj Goel strikes in his first over, perhaps a bit too late at this point for the Lashings. 14 more runs needed. Tries to go for it, does Ganesh. First ball.
Naraj, a very likable young man. Chatted to him in the pavilion, just enjoying this little spell right here. Be well pleased with his effort.
Apologies, it's Paradkar who's come in instead of Ganesh.
Yeah.
Was impressive with the ball, was Paradkar. 3 wickets to his name today. Impressive outing. Will be looking to back that up by scoring the winning runs here.
Just got his bat on that. It bounced onto the tip of the bat, on the blade of the bat. Down onto the offside there, nothing doing. So Usman on 37 off 32, and Paradka just faced a few balls there. Great bowling spell there by Naraj. Should be well pleased with that. So 1 wicket for 5 in that over. Great take there by the wicket keeper. So Paradka patting down the wicket there, and Harry Singh coming on at the other end.
It's Rubal Rana now coming into the attack.
Yep. They took Harry off, even though he took that wicket last over. And Raina coming in at the other end now. Score 108 for 3, 121 needed. 14 runs needed.
Right then, Ghani loves the slog sweep. Short and quick onto his bat.
I think Rayner's moved up the ranks for Lashings as a more premier bowler than last year when we saw him.
And as we look towards what should be a East Bay Blazers comfortable victory,
Yeah,
they'll be taking a lot of confidence from this, from after a disappointing outing last evening.
right.
It will reinforce into them that they have the credentials to post a good score and chase it down. And when their bowlers get it right, they can be a lethal side.
Right.
Of course, they're playing without some of their main batters, and Sanjay Krishnamurthy, who's not here. Even
You're high on Krishnamurti, huh?
and
Nice.
flighted, an effort to sweep, perhaps was a bit down the leg side.
Uncharacteristically clumsy there from Usman. Lost his balance on that one.
Fine leg goes out.
Trying to put too much into it. So Rayner's bowled very well in this series. 17 for no wicket. This is his 4th over.
He loves the slog sweep, does Usman Ghani. Shot and pulled away. That's a poor delivery. And what a catch in the deep. Gee, that's
Beautiful.
a brilliant catch.
Vedant picks up a nice. He's been feeling very well today, actually.
Wasn't the greatest delivery from Rubel Rana. Didn't get all of it, did Ghani. Looked as if it was going to carry over the fielder. But what a jump in the deep from Vedant Jain. Excellent take. And in what has been a dismal day for the Lashings, they see a few positive lights.
Getting some nice breakthroughs at the end here. 3 quick wickets.
Just hurried on to him a bit more than what he had expected. Usman Ghani played a nice innings up until now. Gone for 37. The
Built
East
in
Bay
some
Blazers just
respectability,
just losing a few wickets here towards the end. 108 for 4.
So Usman gone after a very sensible innings. Put the Blazers in a winning position. So just 14 needed now.
Driven powerfully to sweeper. Good over this, just one from it.
So Vedant Jain picks that up. Nice catch prior to that. So good inning, good over there for Rayner, who finished on 4 overs, 18 for 1 wicket. So Naraj into attack here.
Nicely
arm
driven.
round.
12 more runs now for the East Bay Blazers. Just lost a few wickets here, more than what they would have hoped for.
Yeah, a little bit of a fight back here by Lashings. Good on them. Picking up 3 wickets here after 100 runs had been put on the board. Fighting to the last. Naraj Goel already picked up a wicket. Coming in for
Fine
his
leg
second
comes
ball.
inside. Left alone by Paratkar. Good, some good time out in the middle for both Paratkar and Ganesh. No real pressure on the batters here.
Radke bowled very well. He's the batsman facing right now. As I just say, he'd like to put his mark on the game as well. Ooh, that's a wild one.
Not the first one we've seen today from the Lashings. They've been all over the place in terms of their bowling today.
Yes, they've definitely won in the extras department.
Shot and doesn't
Straight
get a
to the
hold of
fielder.
it. That's Paratkar.
Girls had a good outing despite the wide there.
Definitely been the most impressive of their fast bowlers today. Has
Yeah.
Goel.
Still a strong breeze out there, and we come again. This time
Sure.
it's struck past the fielder with that hard
Bit of
shot
mix up there between the two batters. Not a clean pickup from the fielder. Need to show more batsmanship, the Lashings, in order to put a good score. They're not getting the basics right.
Yeah. Back to basics is what you recommend. Back to basics.
Have to go back to the drawing board. Think about what's happened over the past 2 days for them.
Nice cut out there. Nothing doing. Sort of a point batsman duel at the moment. Sunaraj doing a good job of doing the dot balls at the moment. Second over, 1 for 15.
Yeah, Ganesh just having a word with Paratkar, who's been struggling to get off the mark. There he does that.
Nice little push out to the outfield. We haven't seen that in a while.
Good over from Goel.
Squad-
14 overs gone. It's 112 for 4. As the captain comes back into the attack. Slip and play for Paratkar.
It's interesting with the camera work to see the looks as though they're hitting on the leg side, but they're actually hitting on the off.
Goes for it, does Paratkar, and gets bowled in the process. Was struggling to really get anything going, was Paratkar. Failed to put on or carry the momentum that was already there. And in the short stay on his crease, he scored a singular run. As was quick and on the stumps, heave across the line.
Abhimanyu very happy with that one as he wraps the leg stump with that
And
curling
another
ball.
wicket in an effort to finish this game.
And now East Bay with 5 wickets down. You know, they looked as though they were sauntering along there with no major issues, and now all of a sudden they've got some batting to do. In comes Tariq. What do we know about Tariq?
He's a good all-rounder as Hamza Tariq. Can hit the ball a long way. Powerful right-handed batter with a lot of experience up his sleeve.
From Afghanistan or Pakistan or local? Yeah.
Right then. The captain, after a wicket, bowls a full toss. Single digits now needed from the Blazers' point of view. Stuttering wrong for the last few overs.
Yes.
Have the Blazers. They would have liked to get this done with by now.
Abhimanyu bowling very well right now. Picked up a wicket already. So it's actually just one off the over so far. Fresh partnership here. Ganesh on 2 and Tariq on 1. With Abhimanyu in to bowl here.
Shot and just pushed away onto the offside. Yeah, that's sloppy cricket. Really sloppy cricket. That's a legal run right there. Captain's not happy. He has himself to blame there. Should have. I think that's a legal run. Was conferring.
They're discussing whether it is legal or not.
They decide the
Calling
ball
that a
had
dead
been dead.
The crossed legs, I mean the crossed arms. So they'll come back to their starting position. So Abhimanyu into bowl again. Pushes that one a bit down the leg side and is judged to wide.
More than 20 extras now for the Lashings in this innings.
Yes, that's
It's almost
something
1/6 the total
you can
they're
adjust
trying to
right away.
defend. Pitched up and driven onto the offside. Just one hit away now are the East Bay Blazers. 15 overs gone. It's 116 for 5.
So batsman adjusting his guard there with Niraj back on. He's been bowling Niraj Goel. Bowling very efficiently here with 2 overs and 8 runs. Picked up a wicket. Question is, will this be the last over?
Shot and just nicely put
There's a
away.
single.
Hamza Tariq with his experience just wants to take this easy.
This one outside
Played
the off
away into the gap. That's a beautiful shot from Ganesh. Gets to the boundary and scores a level here at Woodley Park. The East Bay Blazers on the cusp of victory here. Just short and wide, and every left-hander's dream that will put it away every day of the week is Ganesh. And he finds the gap on the offside.
Okay. You got it? Let's see.
Just one needed then now. Scores are level. Ganesh with the opportunity to hit the winning runs here. everyone inside the circle. Full toss and crunched away. That is the victory for the East Bay Blazers, a comprehensive one at that. And after a deflating loss yesterday, they've come back strong. They've not just won, they've won comprehensively to seal their net run rate and hold themselves in good stead going further into this tournament. The Lashings will want to forget today's outing. A disappointing outing with the bat. Didn't really get going. And with the bowling, things just went from bad to worse. A tough morning comes to the end for the Lashings. Comprehensive victory for the East Bay Blazers. And a lot for the Lashings to think about as they head back to the drawing board. A winless couple of days for them. Few last over finishes that they've been on the wrong side of. And now they've been outplayed by a better team.
All right. It's been quite a game. Thanks, Ajay. And we'll just do the wrap-up here.
As the batting card shows on screen, Usman Ghani got off to a start, so did Vikas Mohan. And after that, a couple of wickets falling in quick succession in an effort to up the ante. But overall, quite a safe victory in the end. Cruised comfortably home to the East Bay Blazers. 21 extras from the Lashings.
That's
a lot
deal.
of them coming from Elmore Hutchinson, who went for 19, 16 of which were extras in his first over. Neeraj Goyal was impressive. A couple of wickets for Abhimanyu Raj, Rubal Raina and Harpreet Singh, one each in their spells. And Ayan Desai walked off earlier after sustaining an injury. The match summary then.
Okay, then Hagaran Gujal, this is for the LA Lashings. 14 runs, strike rate of 156. He started off very well but got out early. Kristen Kalicharan, Kali got 27 runs, staying in for about 6 overs.
Yeah, just no momentum through that innings.
Yeah.
Harpreet Singh, the only batter to get any sort of momentum. Paratkar was impressive, so was Ugarkar from the East Bay Blazers. In response, the East Bay Blazers got off to a blistering start with Mohan and Ghani, and then Ganesh with the finishing touches right there. A wicket apiece for Singh, Goyal and Desai, but a lot more to think about for the Lashings as they head back.
And they bowled there very well. As you point out there, the extras were a big problem for the Lashings in this game. Harpreet Singh had a good innings of 26. And then Cody Chetty was disappointed even though he got 16. Suraj Kumar's 5, and then Elmore Hutchinson, a rough day for him. He was out for a duck. Ajay Desai, Ayan Desai, another rough day. He got 1.
And
Abhimanyu, the captain, he did very well. He got a couple of wickets and picked up 14 runs.
And yeah, overall a pretty disappointing outing for the Lashings.
Yep.
And as they head back and we head further into this minor league, a lot for both teams to think about. That's it then from the broadcast here at Woodley Park. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're watching the 2024 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Yash Technologies.